Hello trainers, I am Ganeto and this is a Shadow Charizard team that you definitely need to try out. Shadow Charizard is not gonna be played with Wing Attack anymore because this move was nerfed this season, and of course I guess that using Fire Spin or even Dragon Breath, which is its other legacy move, can help you a ton. Over here we managed to even the shield scenario, so down we go now to the Sandslash and we're gonna come into the battle now with Drapion. I'm pretty sure we can outspeed here to the charge attack before they reach to the drill run. Down they go to a simple crunch. Now at the back they have the amazing Gastrodon though, and this means that we need to switch out on our Licky Licky. So Licky Licky with rollout this season is gonna be a menace to a lot of Pokemon, and I guess that even up against Talonflame you can always go ahead and wreak havoc with the rollouts. However, in this incident they can still get on the fly to finish us off, and I realize here a unique win condition. Even though we're super weak to those matchups, we end up farming up a ton of energy, and now we got a couple of crunches while the final matchup is passing through. So the final crunch connects for exactly the amount of damage that we needed, and we're gonna start off the video with a heavy sweat victory. Into the next battle now with a Frostlass on the lead, and we're just gonna go for the Dragon Claw, but the opponent is catching on the Pancake. So right here I'm trying to catch one move on my Licky Licky, but at the same time they're over farming a little bit extra, and now they're getting on the discharge. So I guess that they have more than enough energy to reach here to another charge attack, and as you can see I am not running Shadow Ball. Instead I have Earthquake, which means that we need some coverage against Steel types, and that's why I decided to use Earthquake over Shadow Ball. So I'm getting pretty close here to another charge attack, but at the same time I cannot spend my two shields on that Pokemon. I'd rather keep them for my Charizard because I know that Charizard can absolutely be a menace with those shields in play. Now my opponent is having an Azumarill at the back, which is super bad news for me and kind of a whole core breaker for me because I do not have a Sludge Bomb. Immediately going here for the crunch, finishing off Frostlass, and now they back out. This is huge because perhaps they were expecting Sludge Bomb, but they definitely had a chance. Into the next game as they're trying to snipe down our Charizard with those rock throws from Shadow Aerodactyl. This Pokemon is insane, and I decide to block here because I get the opportunity to completely farm down without spending any sweat at all, and in the process we can get out of here with a ton of energy. So Venusaur is obviously kind of a very good Pokemon to encounter with our Charizard, but at the same time we can also do a great work with Licky Licky. So able to get here now on the Blast Burn while we still keep another hard check to Venusaur with our Drapion. So this Wigglytuff now is gonna get two more charms, not gonna go for the charge attack, down they go, and all we need to do here is to reach to a couple of crunches. So obviously this is gonna be the end game for them because it does way more than half, and one more Aqua Tail will easily grab the victory for our team. Shadow Drapion is a unique Pokemon that you can easily use as a safe switch, and perhaps the safest switch that currently exists in the meta. So my opponent now is having a Gligar here, and this is no great news for us because even though Wing Attack was nerfed, well, they can easily outspeed us to those charge attacks, but at the same time we know that we can win those CMPs, so perhaps this is not that bad after all, especially when my opponent here gets the Night Slash with a boost. So we're just gonna go with the Dragon Claw. They come back to the battle now with their Linoon, and they have a Scatang waiting for us. Hopefully here we can snipe down this Pokemon who is expecting the Earthquake. Well, this trainer. So we're just gonna keep going at it with more pressure on their end. I know we can survive one charge attack, and I will keep that final Body Slam for the very end game just in case. So my opponent opponent is going here for more crunches, and I know that I need to finish off this Scandan with a couple of Aqua Tails. This is why I enjoy using Aqua Tail. It is a much spammer move than the rest, and of course it will give you a ton of play against certain Pokemon. However, on this incident we might be kinda behind on energy, so down we go here to the Grass Knot, and all we need to do is to pray that this double Body Slam can easily knock out. Of course this is not the case at all, and in the process we get destroyed down by the Grass Knot. So well played to my opponent, absolutely outplaying me with that Linoon. That was super fun. Into the next game with the battle of the Fire Flyers. So I'm just gonna keep going at it with the Dragon Breaths, and of course we can kinda outspeed to those charge attacks with the Dragon Claw. So what I want to do here is to definitely get the shield advantage, while I can easily manipulate this Talonflame towards my benefit, because I can easily farm down the remaining HP that they have. So that's why I want to keep that final shield into the game while they have 0. So with the rollouts this is a pretty much easy work, and now they have a Charmer which is pretty weak to my Poison Stings. This is absolutely great. Now with the crunch we can drop them very low, and they have another fairy type lurking at the back, this time Azumarill. Azumarill might not take much damage from my crunches, but at the same time it will do just enough to drop them at a point that my following Body Slams might actually do the trick. So here comes now the first one, and I believe we need 3 in total. However, I decided to go here for the Earthquake because they're kinda low, and it is gonna be enough to finish them off. So well played, my Licky, you did well the whole work over there. Into the next game now with the Cresselia on the lead. Let's see how this is gonna go, because Cresselia is a Pokemon that I'd like to battle with my other 2 ones. And yes, you guessed that right, I switched here my alignment on the team composition. So let's see how this is gonna go. Most of the times you want to lead with Charizard, but for some certain threats you can always avoid that and go with Licky if you feel like you have to, because you can play this team like you want to protect your Licky from the fighters, even though the fighters are not around that much. So if I were to be kinda cocky here, I would go for more energy, but I want to spend my Body Slams before they switch out once again, and before they do anything weird I switch out instead. So they have a Dunsparce lurking at the back, and those rollouts are absolutely insane on my health bar, so down I go to that Pokemon. Now with Licky joining the party, perhaps we can block some moves, but it will just stale the inevitable, and I guess that we just surrender at this point to the Dunsparce because they are kinda superior to us. Into the next game now, the final one for the video with a Wormadam on the lead. This Pokemon can be kinda insane, and I decided to tank the move here. Even though it is the Iron Head, they could easily go for the Bug Buzz. Anyways, now I'm going for the crunch, but they managed to catch with all of that lag on Azumarill. I was super frustrated at the moment, and this is why I cannot enjoy PvP anymore. So anyways, now going for another crunch, hopefully we get a shield, and another crunch before we fall down. This Pokemon is insane, I'm telling you, and especially when you have better IVs than mine. So I'm getting here now to the Earthquake to finish them off before they unleash any charge attack, and at this point I decide to block because I can easily wall down this Pokemon with my Charizard if I want to, and in the process I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake to do massive damage on their end. Now I can easily farm down completely, but to my surprise they have not only Azumarill but also Toxapex, which is not that great. They also managed to block my Blast Burn, and all I have to do is to reach to another one, but my opponent is definitely knowing what I'm doing, so they decide to throw some energy instead to finish me off. Now I'm just gonna charge up as much as I can, getting here to the Earthquake level. I'm just gonna throw it on the Wormadam, and now this is a race to the next Earthquake checkpoint. So I decide to go here for for the move, as it seems this is the CMP and Toxapex is gonna lose it, so that is gonna conclude this battle into an amazing victory for our already amazing team. That is gonna be all for today. Before you go, leave a huge like, subscribe to my content here on YouTube, and I really hope to see you all into the next one.